In the beginning, there was a garden, a place of perfect connection. Adam and Eve walked with God, fully known and fully loved. There was no shame, no fear, no need to hide. Their hearts were open, living in the light of God's love. But then, a single act of disobedience changed everything. Shame entered, whispering that they were flawed and unworthy. Suddenly, God's presence became a source of fear. They hid, covering themselves with fig leaves, hoping to mask their brokenness. This was humanity's first attempt to fix itself, to hide the ache inside. But shame is a heart problem, not a surface one. Fig leaves can't mend a broken relationship. This moment echoes through history. We all know the urge to hide when exposed. We hide behind accomplishments, possessions, or even religion, hoping to be worthy. Yet, deep down, we still hear God's footsteps and feel afraid. We've inherited the lie that we must hide from the one who loves us most. The story of Adam and Eve is our story. We all long to be fully seen and loved, but shame convinces us to run and cover up. But the truth is, God is searching for us. Not to condemn, but to restore. The first hiding place wasn't just theirs, it's ours too. But it's not the end of the story. There is hope beyond the hiding. God came walking, not with condemnation, but with a question: where are you? It wasn't about location, but the heart. A gentle invitation to come out of hiding. God saw their fear and their flimsy fig leaves. Instead of anger, he responded with compassion. He made garments of skin for Adam and Eve, covering them himself. An animal's life was given. Blood was shed, not as punishment, but as provision. God's covering was an act of love. When falling short of the law, he showed them, you were never meant to earn love. You were meant to be transformed by it. This was a foreshadowing of the love to come. God wasn't shaming them for their nakedness. He was building a bridge to heal their shame. Restoration comes from grace, not our striving. Love calls us into the light, where we can boldly approach grace. God's first move was mercy, not rejection. Adam and Eve felt they were unlovable. Yet God covered their shame so they could stand before him again. This scene sets the stage for the story of redemption. From the beginning, God's plan was to cover our brokenness with his love. He replaces our fig leaves with righteousness not our own. We don't have to earn his acceptance. We simply receive it. Love, not law, is the heart of God's response. Even after God's provision, shame's lie lingered. Humanity began a long, exhausting journey of trying to earn its way back. We believed love was conditional, that we had to be good enough for God. We built towers, created laws, and turned guidance into a ladder of merit. Faith communities became places of performance, not healing. We judged each other by appearances and rule-keeping. The church, meant to be a hospital, sometimes became a courtroom. We forgot God's covering of love and used rules to shame instead. This created fear, not freedom. People hid their struggles, afraid of rejection. Performance-based belief leads to isolation, hypocrisy, and burnout. It's the opposite of Eden's open relationship. The difference between rules and relationship is empathy. Rules without love become weapons. But when love is the foundation, rules guide us to well-being. A loving presence sits with us in our mess, where we find we are not alone. It walks with us in relationship, where love leads to change. It's the difference between a checklist and a conversation, between a judge's gavel and a father's embrace. We were made for relationship, not relentless striving. The long walk of trying harder only leads us further from the garden, but love invites us back. For centuries, humanity tried to climb back to God, but the ladder never reached. So God came to us. He sent Jesus, not with new rules, but to end performance-based religion. Jesus spent time with the outcasts, the broken, the ashamed. He offered forgiveness, dignity, and new beginnings. He showed God's heart, grace, mercy, relentless love. Through his life, death, and resurrection, Jesus became our ultimate covering and our example. On the cross, he took our shame and gave us his righteousness. He became naked and rejected so we could be fully accepted. This is the great exchange, our debt paid, justice covered through love. The gospel means the striving is over. We are shown we do not have to earn God's love. Our acceptance is based on Jesus, not our performance. We are loved because he is good, not because we are flawless. God is love. Love is not a wage. The hiding can end. We can step into the light, fully known and fully loved. The end of performance is the beginning of true relationship. We are his, and that is enough. The story of shame ends with grace, and grace changes everything. When we accept God's love, restoration begins inside us. God plants a new garden in our hearts. God heals the wounds of shame. through relationships with himself and others, pulling out fear and insecurity. He waters our souls with truth and grace. We are beloved, forgiven, accepted. In this inner garden, we can walk with God again, with nothing to hide. We bear good fruit. Love frees us to be our true selves, no more pretending or performing. We can be honest about our weaknesses, secure in His love. Vulnerability becomes possible, and deeper connection follows. The walls we built come down. Our protection is found in Him. We taste Eden again, a life of open, honest relationship. This restoration overflows into our families and communities. We stop projecting shame and start offering healing. We create safe spaces for others to be real, met with compassion. We help tend the gardens in each other's hearts. So let's stop hiding, step into the light of His love. You don't need to fix yourself first. He's already reaching out with grace. Receive His love, let it cover your shame and restore your heart. Clothed in love, let's help each other heal. Together we can turn barren places of shame into gardens of grace, one heart at a time.